Sometimes the most interesting ideas are hiding in plain sight. So today, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to take one simple everyday word to unlock a really fascinating secret about how language actually works. And that word? Sponge.
Okay, quick question for you. When I say the word sponge, what's the very first image that pops into your head? I'm betting for most of us, it's that yellow, holy thing you use to clean the kitchen counter, right? Just hold on to that thought.
And yeah, you'd be right. According to the Simple English Wiktionary, the most common definition is pretty much exactly that. A soft thing with a bunch of holes, good for washing stuff. Super straightforward. But what if I told you that's only half the story? That this simple definition is just the tip of the iceberg?
Yep, because that humble object sitting by your sink has a kind of secret life, a linguistic alter ego that makes it way more complex than you'd think.
See, sponge isn't just a thing. It's also an action. It's a verb. And the meaning is a world away from cleaning. To sponge off someone means to take advantage of them, to live off their kindness without giving back. Whoa! Suddenly this simple word has a darker side. So how can one little word carry two meanings that are so different? Now, here's where it all clicks into place. Tucked away in that same Wiktionary entry is this little sentence that changes everything. Sponge is on the Basic English 850 list. Okay, that might sound like a random piece of trivia, but it's not. This is the key that unlocks the secret power of this word. So, what in the world is that list? And that brings us to the heart of it all, the Basic English 850. This is where we figure out the real source of the word sponge's hidden power. Just 850. That's the number. Think about that for a second. Out of the hundreds of thousands of words in the English language, this incredibly important list has only 850. It's such a tiny number, which really makes you wonder, what makes these specific words so special? Well, the Basic English 850 is this specially curated list of core words that are powerful enough to explain almost any complex idea you can think of. The whole philosophy is about efficiency and versatility. Instead of learning thousands of obscure words, the idea is you master a small set of these workhorse words that can do all the heavy lifting. And that is exactly why sponge made the cut. It's a thing, and it's an action. So let's really put this under the microscope. Let's break it down and look at the two very different jobs of the word sponge, side by side. And here we go, the two faces of sponge. On one side, it's a simple noun, an object for cleaning up a mess. But on the other, it's this verb that describes a pretty negative social behavior. And you know what's also really interesting? Check out that note from the source. This section needs someone to add example sentences to it. It's just a great little reminder that even our dictionaries are living documents, always evolving. All of this really brings us to the core lesson, the big idea we get from our little journey with the word sponge, the incredible, underrated power of simplicity in language. The whole thing really boils down to this. One word, two completely different jobs. And that's not a bug in the language, it's a feature. It's the entire idea behind a core vocabulary like the Basic English 850. You can think of it like a linguistic Swiss Army knife, where every single tool has more than one use. And here's the big takeaway for all of us. This whole concept shows that being an effective communicator isn't really about having the biggest vocabulary. It's about mastering the most versatile words. So whether you're learning a new language or just trying to write a clearer email, having a small toolkit of these powerful, multi-purpose words can be way more effective than having a giant toolbox filled with words you almost never use. It really makes you think, doesn't it? If a word as common as sponge has this much hidden power, what other simple words are we all using every single day that are secretly linguistic superheroes? It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the most profound ideas are just hiding there in plain sight.